Bellwood Acres, a popular orchard located in Linden, Washington, has recently expanded their business. Their first product, artisan vodka made from apples. A portion of the harvest of their 250,000 trees is dedicated to the fermentation, distillation, and bottling of their fruit. It's a simple process that requires a surprising amount of expertise, and Western grad students are getting some hands-on experience in this growing industry.
We can offer people a great, authentic, apple-grown spirit right here on the farm. In 2007, the legislation allowed artisan distilleries to happen in the state of Washington, and they did it because they wanted more outlets for our agricultural products. Now we have a shelf-stable product. As you know, apples are very short-lived. Well, if we can make them into spirits like vodka and gin and brandy and special liqueurs, we then have a reason for people to come on the farm year-round.
There's about 13 pounds of apples in a gallon of fresh cider, and it takes about 4 gallons of fermented apple cider to produce 1/5 or 750 milliliter bottle of vodka.
What happens to an apple during the whole process of getting it to one of these fine bottles? It's actually pretty simple. We take the apple, everything's grown on the farm, they're picked, and then we press them into juice. We take that juice and we ferment it.
You combine sugars with yeast and water. Specifically for apple cider, I suppose, the sugars within the apple cider will be essentially eaten up by the yeast, and the sugars create energy for the yeast, and then the byproducts that the yeast create out of the sugars are ethanol and carbon dioxide, CO2. You can heat up that mixture of now alcohol and spent sugars, whatever's left over, and the boiling points of the alcohol will be lower than the boiling points of the rest of the mixture, water and whatever else is in there. So you can separate the alcohol by boiling point.
When you're distilling apple sugars, there's a lot of other compounds, different esters, which are a flavor compound, that will come over and actually raise the boiling point. So all that other stuff is stuff from the apples that are good to drink, that are tasty.
I think what sets us apart is that we're growing all the apples that go into it. So everything that goes into our vodka and our gin and our brandy and our eau de vie is our apples.
Difference in taste between apple vodka or potato vodka or wheat vodka is apple vodka generally, there's probably 5-10 distilleries in America that are making apple vodka that I know of, at least. There's probably more. Apple vodka tends to result in a really crisp, clean vodka. The mouthfeel of potato vodka, as many people are aware, it's kind of buttery. It kind of leaves a nice residue on your mouth. Apple vodka, it leaves no discernible taste afterwards, and there's a sweetness. There's a natural lingering sweetness.
The distillation itself produces a byproduct, and so it's apple cider and water and everything minus the alcohol. We pump it up and we bring it onto our orchard and we apply it on the grass in the orchard, so it in fact is rejuvenating our groundwater.
We have a commercial apple press that goes through about 800 pounds of apples in 30 minutes roughly. Next door to our orchard we have a dairy, and lucky enough the cows enjoy a little apple pomace in the evening, so it's not a problem. We dump our apple pomace into the feed pile of the neighboring dairy cows.
When you taste that apple right off the tree and it's just crispy and good, it makes it all worth it. And now we can take that crispy apple and put it into a bottle of vodka, and it makes a great vodka.
We don't inherit Mother Earth from our elders, we borrow it from our children, and we've done a poor job. We're doing a poor job. I'm embarrassed for my kids and my grandkids.
I'm here today because the problems that we have, that we face environmentally, whether it's climate change or all the associated things, the fights with it, fighting coal terminals or fighting crude by rail, realistically we need the tribes, and we need